Alright, today we're going to be seeing which one is better, the Ziss Impact or the knockoff clone Makita Impact. Stay with us and we'll find out together, shall we? Alright, I'm going to set this to 150 foot-pounds and then we'll give these a test. Already got it cracked down, but I want to make sure. There she is. Alright, so it's 150 foot-pounds. That's it. The highest it'll go is 150 foot-pounds. I'll give this clone Makita a test. See if she'll want to take it off there for us. The batteries were charged up. Both of them were green. See that one? They both were saying green. Put it in reverse. Took it off for us. And we'll go ahead and we'll give the Ziss a try. Back down there. See if that goes any faster now, or slower. It's in reverse. Okay. I've been just a wee bit faster. Both of them did do it though. So we know that at least they take off 150 foot-pounds. At least they'll break loose 150 foot-pounds. So both of these seem like they would do a pretty decent job. I mean, this one looks pretty nice. Feels decent enough. It's got kind of a wide grip here, so it's a little bit hard to grip, but not bad. It's got a plastic protection with this little shock absorber, just in case you whack it against something. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's got the two prongs, so it doesn't do everything that the actual Makitas would do. It's a little bit lighter feeling probably than the Makitas. Even the Ziss over here feels a little bit more heavy duty than the clone Makita. Okay. So weight wise, I guess they're pretty close. I had to say actually this one feels like it might be a little bit heavier. Overall, it feels like it's kind of equally balanced. The Ziss does want to feel like it's a little front heavy. So, I mean, they're both pretty much the same shape and size. I had the LED come on for just a second. This one, it didn't do anything. I don't know if there's some sort of thing there, some sort of like memory or something in it, but it does hold a little bit of a charge in it, which is kind of weird. But I really like the Ziss. Technically, it just feels like it's a little bit better quality just by actually pulling the trigger. The batteries, I can't say for certain because there's no markings at all on the batteries except for right here there's a little star. I wonder what that star means, huh? But the batteries themselves, this Ziss is a 20 volt. It's a little bit heavier, the Ziss, than the clone Makita battery, but this might only be a 18 volt, might be the difference. So, let's see them together here. Let's see if I can get an angle. think this one's actually a little bit faster on the go. Yeah, maybe. They're very close. So yeah, I mean, this one's probably decent for the money. I paid $64 for this. It came with the unit, as you see it right here. Also, it came with the the workbench charger and this carrying case, which is kind of nice. And one socket. This one, it comes in this little cardboard box here, wrapped with bubble wrap. You can see that in there. And a owner's manual. The other one comes with the owner's manual as well. Basically, they're generic, just kind of show you how things operate. Comes with 2 batteries. So it comes with the workbench charger as well. This one may do Makita batteries as well, but I don't know if I would recommend using it because it's just so cheap. But it does come with the actual charger and 2 batteries. So they're both the same, no markings on either one. So they're just a cheap Makita knockoff battery. I do think that these will actually fit Makita as well, because I believe they're the same thing. I think you could get a Makita battery to fit on this, and this would probably fit a Makita. I'm not sure how well this battery is going to hold up. It just feels like a cheap battery from like Harbor Freight or something, so it's not that great of battery. You could probably get a more expensive knockoff, and it would probably be better than these. You could probably even get like a 20 volt. That would probably be a little bit better for this, as long as you didn't overcharge the machine. And they don't really want to unclip from the unit as good as the Ziss does, but I've also used the Ziss more, so man, I'm just more used to them. So yeah, both of these units are pretty good. I mean, the Ziss just feels a little bit better coming out of there, but they're pretty comparable to each other. I mean, both chargers, they both look pretty similar. The units themselves, they both look pretty similar. But as you can see, this one, it did have just a little bit of a flash. Now there's a bigger flash. Both units, let's set them out here by themselves here. You see they're pretty much exactly the same front to back dimensions. The only thing that's bigger is this base here, and front to back is also another ½ inch. So it's a ½ inch taller and a ½ inch farther out than the Ziss. But if you're not worried about that too much, both of them are pretty much exactly the same. That one, that one's, there's the bat, has the light on here. Do a little pump too. Weird. That should only be coming on when I pull the trigger, but the LED is staying on right now. That's not too good. So the Ziss. Okay, finally went off. I'm guessing when you click it in, it stays on. The Ziss didn't do that, I don't think. So yeah, both units themselves are pretty decent. I've just been using this one longer. I think the plastic actually feels a little bit better than this one. But like I said, that I've been using that one longer than this one, so man, I'm just not used to the plastics and stuff yet. The battery, a little loose on there. The Ziss, close to the same, but maybe a little bit tighter gappage. Yeah, so I've been really liking the Ziss. If I still had to go with one, I'd probably go with the Ziss. The only thing that would be better about this one, the clone Makita, is it does come with 2 batteries. So the 2 batteries are kind of a plus, but if this one lasts twice as long than these, then it doesn't really matter if you have 2 or not. Except you could have one on the charger and one not on the charger. So, yeah, and Ziss, I believe their guys wrote me. I asked them a while back if they had a second battery for this available, and a while back they wrote me and said they should have one available now for sale by itself, I think on eBay. I'll have to go actually look that up and see. And if so, I'll put it in the link below, just in case somebody wanted to buy this and wanted a backup battery. But yeah, I still think I'd go with the Ziss. I mean, just the feeling of it feels a little bit better in my hand. This one It feels a little bit wide on this trunk here, although it might be better for dropping it and stuff, I don't know. But this one just fits better in my hand, and this one not quite as much. The only thing that I don't really like, and I think both of them kind of have it the same, is the trigger. I'm a lefty, so I grab it like that. So if I'm doing it on the inward stroke, sometimes I'll accidentally hit this back portion here with the trigger when I'd be pulling it and let off. I'll click it to the center, and then I have to go and hit it with the other hand to push it back in. If I was the righty, then I'd be fine like that. But since I'm a lefty, things like that happens quite a bit. I have to kind of keep remembering to hold it low so my thumb doesn't, and my trigger finger doesn't get up there and accidentally hit that to the center. But really, if you're not a lefty, then that's no big problem. It does come with this one. The Ziss comes with one socket with it and a pin that holds it on there. So basically, you get it like that, the charger, and the carrying case. If you're a guy wanting something with a carrying case, it's not too bad a little carrying case. It's kind of a generic though, so it fits a whole lot of other different tools. I can see why they do it, just to make it cheaper, but it does kind of make the stuff all rumble around in there if you're not careful. So yeah, the knockoff Makita, it's a really good little unit. For the price, I paid $66, I think, almost $70 for this one, and then this one I paid about $64 for. So I still think I'd go with this one, especially if they bring out a battery that costs, you know, like $20-30 or something like that. I'd be happy to pay that for another battery. Any more than that, I can go ahead and get another whole thing and feel kind of good because I have a backup machine, backup unit after that. You know, so both of them are pretty good. I'll put both of the links in the description below. As you can see over there with the screw and the nut, both of them will take off. Lug nuts should be easily be able to do that. I'm not testing like the high end stuff, seeing how much it will break loose, just because these are really meant to only be breaking loose something up to a lug nut. They're not really supposed to be used on heavy duty equipment like big rigs and things like that, only because they don't really have the type of power and battery power to do that kind of stuff with. So really lug nuts. Actually the biggest thing I've been using this Ziss for is, let's see if I can get it in here. There you go. I've been using it this way, running screws and stuff in. It's a really good tool for that. I've also used this a few times to do that as well. It seems like it's really good for doing that as well. So if you're getting one, I'd recommend getting a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch drive chuck. This is a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch adapter here. So I've got a 3/8 with a 1/4 inch chuck in it. So you can put different bits and everything in it. But yeah, I've been screwing a bunch of sheetrock and stuff. Took this out to the field and fixed some fences and stuff with it. Just ran some screws in real quick. It's a great little unit. This one can do the same thing, so you know, whichever one you feel better with. The only thing, like I said, this one comes with a backup battery. The other one does not at this point come with a backup battery. But I just still feel like this was a better unit, although it might just be me just having it for a while. But both of them seem pretty comparable. Just holding them in your hand, they're both pretty. The weight is pretty close. I think this was just a little bit better weight-wise because it's got this weight-wise, and I'm talking heavier. This one feels heavier. This one feels a little bit lighter. If you like light, then this might be better. All right. Well, I hope this helps y'all. Hope this helps you figure out which one you want. So please consider subscribing. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe. I said subscribe twice because I really need some subscribers. And please just look in the description below for all the links that I've got for these items. I might actually put a few more of these cheaper ones in there just in case you're looking for something just to get by with. There's a few that I have and I've actually sent them back because they just didn't work out for me. But if you're a DIYer and want something a little bit cheaper just to get by with, I'll put those links in the description below. Alright, well thank you and don't forget. Alright, bye.